It's your bar night, our trivia night in a podcast. We're covering pop culture, sports, current events, and everything else in the form of trivia questions.
That's right, Josh. Each week we hit you with 5 topics, and here's the catch: none of us know the answers ahead of time.
Not us, not you, not even our guest, Dan, who's with us live. We're doing the living room thing again, seeing if this works. We're going to throw out our best guesses, debate a bit, and probably embarrass ourselves before revealing the correct answer.
And here's what's new: whoever wins gets to go to Jeff Bezos' wedding in Venice next week.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard they're upset about that.
And
in Venice.
unlimited iPhones or light phones? What are we doing?
Light phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that too. They're not happy about that.
In Venice. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not stoked on it.
No, it's
Yeah.
like Spain is trying to get all their tourists out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with like squirt guns
Mm-hmm.
and the suitcases.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I haven't heard about this. Another Inquisition?
Yeah. Yeah. Point two.
Just get everybody out of here.
Yeah.
I do like the squirt guns. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like the most just like you little catty vacationers need to get out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
They're spraying the vacationers in Spain?
Uh-huh.
I have not heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
In the U.S., it's probably real guns, which is a different
Hey,
tactic.
We whole
but
ass everything
yeah,
here. Yeah.
just a little more extreme measures, but probably more effective, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, let's kick off with our first question. It's usually a quicker, easier
I
one.
want to introduce the guest.
Okay.
We gotta introduce the guest.
Who?
We also have to drink the beer.
Yeah, let's start with let's introduce the beer. Fresh from Madison, Wisconsin, is Liquid Gold Delightful Spotted Cow. Wow. Let's focus on this. How long has it been?
Oh, one sec. One sec. Things are happening in my body that I don't know if I should say on air. This has been since last summer that I had it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I know. I'm going back to Madison in August.
yeah.
Madison. I've been there. Beautiful place.
Best college town in the world
We
ever
are
existed.
fellow co-students. We went there at around the same time.
Yep.
And
That's
where we
how you two originally
met in college.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's right. Yeah.
So I'll tell you and the folks at home what just happened here. We were supposed to do the first question, and I jumped the gun because I just read intro our guest. So you're right, mea culpa.
Premature introduction, but we're here now.
Well,
and
we're drinking beers. That's
And we're drinking.
I think that's the most important part.
ain't no problem here.
Well, as always, it's my first time meeting the guests, so I just I want to know who they are and their stories. But
Yeah.
you guys met at Madison.
And just to be clear, we've met before, but it's,
Yeah.
it was a while ago.
Man,
It's not Zach. We've met before. We talked about this
he's
15
got a
minutes
very
ago.
Zach-looking face.
I do have a Zach. I get Josh sometimes, Jewish basically.
Yeah, Shlomo.
Shlomo.
The
Mazel.
That was me.
Yeah.
Easily could have been
Chaim.
Jerome.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Marcus.
All right.
Please.
First question.
First question.
The Emmy Awards. The voting has begun. So, who is the most Emmy-nominated individual of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time.
Ted Danson.
So
Not bad.
I have a guest related to Ted Danson as someone who I briefly met in LA at a taping, Mr. Jim Burrows, who director of like Mary Tyler Moore. And
Yeah.
I think wrote and I don't know if he wrote, but like produced and directed the pilot of Cheers. And
Didn't you write for SNL too?
man, I read his autobiography a couple years ago. I don't think so.
Maybe, I might be thinking of someone else.
But like every major sitcom of like the past however throughout time, he directed the pilot of Friends and Frasier and
Oh,
The Big
wow.
Bang Theory.
Well, okay.
Holy moly.
So here's the thing, because now you remind me, maybe it's Lorne Michaels.
I know. I was like, shoot. It might be Lorne Michaels.
But then individual of all time means it's not the show. So
Right.
it could be more in the actor category to not confuse too much.
Yeah.
Which, because like Norm Lear, that could be. That's
Totally. Yeah. Larry David. Because he spanned Seinfeld and Curb.
And that could be like writing and acting.
That's right. Yeah. But maybe it's someone in the drama world, like someone
yeah.
from ER.
Dick
Wolf.
Wolf.
Dick Wolf.
He's a great
It's a heck of a guess.
Bum.
Yeah.
Bum.
All right, what are we putting in?
That's pretty good guess. I'll stick with mine. I'll stick with Jim Burrows.
I'll go Richard Wolf.
Ted Danson. Although now I'm pretty sure it's not him.
Well, the correct answer is Lorne Michaels.
Is it? Oh, damn it. At least we mentioned it.
Yeah.
We mentioned it.
On this show,
Count it.
If we get in the realm, these are not easy questions. Quiz Liz really tries to get us.
Yeah. Points go up on the board.
Yeah.
Do you remember Lorne? Is that his real name? I think he has a different name. I think he did the name changey thing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, if you learned anything from Saturday Night, the film, that really didn't do much for like showing anything.
No.
It was just the Safdie's brothers like version of
Yeah.
dress rehearsal.
I thought it was well cast.
That Chevy Chase guy is now a Mountainhead.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
I briefly worked for SNL's YouTube multi-channel network called Above Average, and I worked on the same floor as Lauren on 17, and I was friends with like his assistants and stuff, and I would hear the popcorn popping, and I went into his office a few times just to like look around, just to see the board. Yeah, check the board.
There's like an aura about him, or like when he was on the floor.
Oh yeah, it's like high alert. People are generally it's pretty chill when Lauren's there. Everyone's like zooming across the hallways and shit. He's so hot. Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to hear.
Yeah.
Dan, you strike me as someone who's trivial before. You did you ever host? Did you have a regular weekly thing?
I've always enjoyed it. Never had like the straight up weekly trivia. I've had friends that did, like Gabe used to host trivia at a place in Williamsburg.
Shout out week 7 guest Gabe.
Yeah, there you go. At Burnside.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always. I consider myself generally a jack of all trades, master of none, which I feel like is pretty good for trivia. Yeah.
That is definitely,
Yeah.
We need that useless knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
IMDb back there right now.
Yeah. Like I feel like I only have a couple categories that I'm good in, but I feel like I think I'm good at kind of like throughout the night getting the vibe of like the host and like the way that they tend to drop clues. Like some people do it in like their inflection, other people like the music they play between questions. I don't know. It's like I'm playing poker against the host.
Yeah, and it's sort of that Jeopardy rule. It's like, oh, if I know one thing about what was mentioned, that might be the right answer.
Yeah.
It's like the top of mind, quickest thing. Unless you're trying to trick you, or it's like a harder category, a later round where questions get trickier.
Yeah. Well, we don't have music rounds because of copyrights. But
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be good at that one particular.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
so far I am over one, so not great, I guess.
We put the name out there together.
Yeah, that's true. That's a win.
Yeah.
And do you feel properly introduced? Since I was so hot to do it before.
I mean, I don't care. We can introduce. We don't have to.
He's just a guy.
I'm just some guy.
He's a funny lad from my Wisconsin past.
Yeah.
Who has done comedy in this town since it was called Comedia.
Old. Yeah.
New comedian.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing these days?
I'm working full time for the Light Phone.
Yeah.
I got a big boy job.
Yeah. You cannot listen to this podcast on my phone.
You can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can get podcasts on the Light Phone.
Perfect.
But it's a phone without any social media, internet browser, email.
Get the
There's
addiction out of you.
Yeah, no data collection, no ads served. Just so it's like fewer notifications, so your screen time goes down.
Holy shit.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Where do you get the light phone? You can just
Through thelightphone.com.
Yep.
the light phone.
Yeah. You can email me danfox@thelightphone.com for a discount. Mention this podcast.
Nice. There you go.
Unofficial sponsorship.
Hey,
Yeah.
now it seems like this is a paid promotion in that you, if you get the question right in our shots round, will get 7 light cones from Dan.
Yeah. The new one,
For
too.
one for every month remaining. No.
Yeah.
Okay. A science question.
Hey.
Okay.
AI analysis and radiocarbon dating were recently used to analyze the origins of the Dead Sea Scrolls. This is not just because you're Jewish that we're asking these questions.
Okay.
What religion are these relics believed to be from?
It's got to be Judaism.
I don't know. It feels
Maybe
like
not. Maybe it's Christian.
Well, I think it's before your. Maybe it's some.
No.
pagan
It's
Atlantean
it's
stuff.
Judaism.
It's
supposed to
Judaism.
be?
It's Judaism.
I've read them. I
Yeah,
looked them
yeah,
up.
I
I've
know.
been
I know them
there.
by heart.
I've seen them.
Yeah. It was like some
I've
rabbi.
seen some scrolls. They let you go under the
Yeah.
museum and be like, "This is legit, like biblical
It's the
Indiana
real
Jones
shit,
stuff."
man. It's real fucking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So I kind of ruined that question.
Yeah,
I
but
think. I mean, we don't know yet, but
How was it ruining it? Because you knew the answer.
because we know the answer.
I think
We
that's
want
dope.
people to ruminate.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's Judaism.
Jews.
I bet a lot of people were like, you know what? I never really. I know the name, but I haven't really thought about like which religion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was cool seeing how they used AI to unfurl it so they could read it.
Yeah.
It was like sectioned off and it's fucking cool.
Oh, they like layer it like a.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Excuse
3D
me.
print and re.
Yeah, and then they laid it flat
Because
via.
they know it's gonna tear apart.
Yeah, they just can't possibly touch it.
Too salty.
How did they even know what was in it before? If they couldn't unroll it, or at some point
I feel
it's
like
got
they
crusty,
didn't really know.
and they're like, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
before AI, wouldn't they like almost use an X-ray machine of things like that? Like,
Yeah.
I think like a very primitive version.
Yes,
of
but
what we're talking about.
AI enhances what they were already able to do.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's useful sometimes.
I think it's something with like the ink on the individual parchments, they can pick it up.
Wow.
So when they do like use the AI to lay it flat.
That you know what time that is.
Yeah, that's
Ding
it.
ding ding. That means the correct answer is indeed Judaism.
I didn't even put
Yeah.
my guess out there.
No,
I
you
had
were.
nothing.
Don't mess with
Don't worry
this.
about it, yeah.
But you know, if you like the old book, however you want to enjoy it, know that these scrolls, I guess, predates it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is the first writings of it? Maybe I'm a bad Jew about that one. I don't know.
It's like a secretive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Cabal of Kabbalah.
Wasn't it in Da Vinci Code or something? I don't know. It feels Da Vinci Code adjacent.
So
Definitely.
dark, the
Yeah.
con of man.
Are you quoting Da Vinci Code?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's the riddle.
Are you single?
No, I'm married.
Oh, okay. I was say if you are not for long, you're quoting that shit.
Behind the ketubah.
Yeah.
Did not happen.
I listened to all the Dan Brown books when I used to drive between LA and St. Louis. So
Yeah.
I think I've read one of them, but the rest I listened to, and I always feel like I need to make the distinction. I don't know if you ever feel that way with listening to an audiobook.
I only read, so.
The only audiobooks I like are memoirs because I like hearing it from the horse's mouth, and like Trevor Noah's really did that for me.
Yeah.
But then when I get into fiction, I tried Game of Thrones, and it was annoying at the guy like trying to make different voices, and they were so off key to especially like 36 different people.
I completely agree. I listened to Rick Rubin's The Creative Act on like Spotify.
Mhm.
It just sounded like a podcast. Like it was perfect, but I can't follow along with fiction either. I need to be reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I can't. Do you
Depends on how bad you like 20 hours
read?
in. I don't read good. I
don't read good.
I'm okay. You want to know kind of a hilarious.
Always.
Yes.
The current book I'm reading is a oral history of the OC. Yeah.
You're trying to broaden the appeal here?
I'm just saying it was such an iconic thing for a high school kid who was born in California and then like stuck in the Midwest, and I just like wanted to escape. And it was so important for one season, and then just such a dramatically bad flare out that I was curious, what that process was like, the ascent, and then it's really just a rag on the demise and like what happens to people's egos when they get the fame and they're in sort of myopic experience, and then like just the network stuff. So for anybody actually interested
That is
in
interesting.
the Hollywood side of it, that's why I was like reading it with a knowledge of what it was impacting me as a young audience member, and like what the system was like back then when we were trying to break in originally.
I had a crush
Now
on
that we've
Summer.
made it. Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Well, me and Summer were hanging out at Memorial Union, if you remember.
Really?
So Rachel Bilson was in an indie. It was like Zach Braff's follow-up to Garden State called Il Ultimo Bacio, The Last Kiss. And I was an extra. I was a background performer, and then she like bumps into me in the
nice.
in the terrace.
Can I just say, I don't think you get Summer the way I do. So you can back off because she's mine.
Sorry, you're right. You have a deeper.
It's fine.
What was the name of the show that they loved? That they watched?
On the OC?
That was like
Valley?
a parody of the OC?
The Valley was the OC
That's
for
funny.
them.
My friend Garrett would host all of us in his basement, and it was like guys and girls, and we'd all show up in like pajamas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's so many hormones flowing around that room. It stunk.
Yeah.
It was just
Hormones and
fucking-
puka shell necklaces.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Abercrombie and Fitch spray.
I just wanted to bang so bad, and I never did.
The story of
To this day.
To this day,
To this day.
I remain a virgin.
To this day.
Interesting transition.
Yeah.
Sort of similar. Full House star.
Sure.
Candace Cameron Burr avoids scary movies because she says they can open up a portal into something demonic. But what beverage, does she warn, is literally being cursed when it's being distributed?
Is this during the show Full House or just like?
This seems like now in her Hallmark movie era.
Yeah, I think she said this very recently. I know the answer.
What is it? I have no idea.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait a minute.
A drink that's cursed.
Cursed drink.
A cursed
Yeah.
drink. Celsius.
Like,
I use it, and I'm a user because I know in 10 years people will be like the mesothelioma commercial.
Yeah. You're gonna get that class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
it's like, did
Hell
any
yeah.
of you guys drink that?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need to call us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 5 years left.
God.
They're gonna do that with like Surge at some point, or like something else from like.
Yeah.
Surge feels like the exact amount of sugar you can put in a liquid before it becomes sludge, right?
Yeah.
Like 60 grams.
which
per-
was the alt name for it. It was either Surge or Sludge.
I think
They
it
went
was
with
like
Surge.
I think it was Dead Sea Cola, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you did? Well, do you remember that Futurama episode where they were drinking a soda and it was just secretion from this large monster?
Oh, yeah.
This is perfect.
I would eat those protein bars from Snowpiercer. I don't know.
Mm.
They seem very protein rich.
So what's the answer?
Well,
Tab?
I was
Is
gonna
it
say
Tab?
that
liquor.
it's a specific drink that I'm not gonna say that I get what she's saying, but like they're very intentionally promoting this drink like it's evil.
Liquid death.
Liquid Death.
It's liquid death.
Liquid death.
Nice. You pulled it.
Hey.
Well done.
Yeah.
It's just water in a can.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Alt marketing.
Well, I mean, they're all sober people. They
Yeah.
kind of it's kind of I was reading about them in Ad Age
The people who
made Liquid Death.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're kind of
Oh, it's just like Burning Man bros who are like, I need something to drink when I'm on Molly, and I want it to feel nice and
Yeah.
expensive.
which I'm in for.
Yeah.
I was at a reggae show on Saturday
Mm.
and I was pretty high and I was like, I don't need too much to drink, and so I was ordering a couple liquid deaths at the bar.
Did you
Nice.
feel like a rock star or a Rasta, or what would it do for you?
No, but I do now have a pentagram tattoo.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
What did you smoke a joint? You have some edibles? How are you ingesting the marijuana?
Say it to
I
the innocent.
had a single 5 gram
That's 5 grams is like
That's the correct ride.
it can
where I'm
hit
at.
me great.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can hit me bad. But generally it's like if I want to test my limits, I go 5. If I actually want to lift off, it's 10.
I know there's always that with 5. There's always that temptation of after a couple hours, just like I'm fine, I don't feel anything. Might as
Yeah.
well pop another one.
No.
No.
I've done that on acid, and
Yeah.
it was a big mistake.
Yeah.
I recommend not
I would not
taking 2
recommend
tabs of
these
acid.
Doubling down on any of those sounds like
I know.
a terrible self-medication. But
Well,
I don't like that you can't throttle the gummies. That's why I never use them.
well, I start with 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take the 5 and I put it in half, and then I do 2.5.
I've done that before.
Yeah, then I'll wait like an hour, and then if I need more,
And then every hour you take 5.
I take 5 more. I add 5.
Because at least you've like slowed down the ride. Like even if you ended up eating like both halves of it, it's like all right, they were spaced out.
Yes.
They should arrive at the station at separate times. Not like
I'm a big fan of the packs still.
Mm.
Like with real
Pre-rolls?
flour. The packs like
Mm.
little vape.
Gotcha.
It's so gentle.
Mm.
I love it. I just remembered it. I should start using it again. I need to get high
Yeah.
more.
That's what this is all about here.
Yeah.
Helping you realize.
I'm
and
not
for
high
me,
enough.
It's my. I need to get back on the Zins.
Oh,
I need.
you're a big Zins. I never got into it,
You
but
are not as infidel.
I get the appeal.
Yeah.
I get the appeal.
I had my
Yeah.
first one at a wedding sometime last year, like last summer. I didn't know that there were different strengths of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Really drunk, 2 a.m. I think I had like a strong one. I felt crazy.
Mm-hmm.
did you puke?
No, I got like really dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to like sit down. I
Some
was
of it's
I
like
feel
putting a
crazy right now.
softball of chaw in your mouth, and some of it's just like
Yeah.
hey, like a little CBD. Little...
The nicotine like nausea is one of my least favorite drug interactions.
Uh-huh.
But I was with some friends from Wisconsin actually.
Yeah.
And my buddy was like, I have some Molly for this lake house chill trip. And we were like, yes. And he's like, yeah, it's this Tesla Molly.
Tesla
Tesla.
Yeah, it has a Tesla symbol on it. And we were like, great.
sounds trustworthy.
And we were like, well, let's like each take half and see how it goes. It turns out Tesla Mollies are, I think it's actually ecstasy, and it's double strength. And so we were like kayaking, and we went through a channel, and on the way back, we're just all like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
holy! I was like, dude, I fucking love you. God, I miss college. Oh.
Water's life, man.
Yeah.
It's so precious.
But then
Don't
we
be
got
like
back
a
on
few
shore,
hours.
and my friend's dog started, and it's the sweetest dog ever. It wouldn't stop barking at us like it wanted to attack us. And
Huh.
we're like, dude, you're harshing our vibe, dude. But I think he knew something was different.
Something is
Yeah,
amiss.
yeah,
I'm trying
we-
to tell you.
Yeah.
We look like aliens with our eyes, pupils
Very
all dilated.
lassie.
Yeah.
Wake up! Wake up! You guys, give me some.
Anyway,
Well, on that note, it's time
Yeah.
for our shots round.
shots.
Hey.
Yeah, just
Cheers.
Shots of beer.
just the legal stuff.
Yeah.
Just like a real trivia night, this is your chance to shout out the answer in the comments, and if you're right, you just might win something nice. Not a light phone, unfortunately.
You just
this
sounded
time.
like Christopher Walken a little bit.
something nice.
If you win something,
Too
you might
nice.
win something nice.
We'll sell without them.
Well, make sure to put your answers in the comments if you want to participate.
I love you guys.
I love
Miss College.
Miss College.
I think that turned into Will Ferrell's. Was that Harry?
Yeah.
He missed college.
Yeah.
If you were a hot dog,
Yeah.
would you eat yourself?
And you're starving.
Well,
Would you try Tesla weed?
last week's question is
The
about
high drives itself.
combining two common kitchen ingredients will create a non-Newtonian fluid. What are the two common ingredients? Apparently, cornstarch and water make oobleck. Oobleck. Everyone knows oobleck. If you wrote some oobleck from the last week, you would have gotten some delicious spread the love peanut butter. And the question this week is, what is the heaviest organ in the human body?
In
Don't answer.
I know my answer.
I know. That
Your
was
answer.
my humor.
Well,
Children.
we're always baby boys. So we have a question now in the sports arena.
Sports.
Sports. Stanley Cup.
Game 5 tonight.
Oh yeah, Thunder up. Stanley Cup Finals are underway with Florida Panthers versus the Edmonton Oilers. The city of Edmonton is known for having none of this common pest. Not one ant.
That would be crazy. It's kind of north up there in Edmonton, no?
Mosquitoes.
I was thinking mosquito.
That would certainly be a reason I'd move.
Yeah.
It's such a good
I think mosquito got to be it. Yeah. Edmonton's in Alberta?
Yeah. Sure.
Hey. I've been up to. Have you ever been up to like northern Canada? I've been to Banff before.
I've gotten all the way to Fort McMurray, which is literally the edge of tomorrow, in the Arctic.
Whoa.
That's where they drill.
USO?
No, but they have man camps there. You know, it's one of those places where they just send folks to drill and they like make coin for tearing it up and making like beautiful caribou oasis look like Mordor. And so they like to film that, you know, for conservation efforts. And but it was wild. I mean, still very cool, very chill people. Like I love every time I'm up in Canada. But yeah, that was my one time up in top Alberta.
Any mosquitoes?
Not one skeeter. I don't remember. Yeah. But that's where Iceberg Truckers is filmed too. Like literally, that's that.
I've never seen a frame of that show.
I think you've seen a frame.
I haven't.
You haven't accidentally like Honey Boo Boo.
I don't like even that. I've seen a little bit of it. Like I can't picture. It's just about truckers, like dangerous roads, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could picture it. I also don't know if I've seen it, but I did watch that show Alone, which is that reality show where they drop people off in Canada often. And two things I learned. One, I learned how to trap bunnies if you're in the wilderness. Two, I'd die very quickly if I was dropped in the wilderness. But they get 10. I did learn how to. I learned some shit like how to build a good shelter, like what to do if you're lost in the woods, and immediately it's like don't conserve. You have to conserve your calories and your energy. That's the number one thing. Find water. That's number 2 thing. 3, figure out your sources of food as quickly as possible. Fish. Little and
How you fishing? Spear fishing? You gonna make a net?
They so they're able to bring 10 items, and often they bring like some line,
Yeah.
and they just set it. But some people bring the fish nets.
Okay. Well, for my one item, I'm bringing a 20-pound pallet of peanut butter.
Yeah.
How long do you think you could last out there? 'Cause that was some good. Yeah.
Man. Depending on what time of year, maybe a week, a couple weeks, if I got the hang of it.
I feel like everyone's got 10 days unless they do something really stupid.
Which happens. Yeah. Like because they are completely alone. So like one misstep, one bad burn, one cut, you know.
Maybe I can eat these mushrooms.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of
Like they're cutting wood to build their shelter, and they like accidentally slice their finger, and they're like, well, I'm fucked. Like I can't stay out here by myself.
So are they self-filming?
Yeah, they are.
So they are alone.
They are alone.
Yeah.
It's I plug that show. That's a great show.
What happens when they're really good at surviving and terrible cinematographers? What does the show do?
They don't get on the show
Yeah.
because there's like they test how they are, and they like
you
train.
wearing a GoPro?
Yeah. But some of them do last for like they could last for a full year. They could live out there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. One
Because
guy
they don't
killed
know
a
how long
moose.
the other person's going, right? So you
Right.
have, like, I can hold on the car one more day so that I win the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend that show. Man, it's a good show.
Well, City of Edmonton.
Oh yeah, I'm co-signing, I guess.
Rats. Not one rat.
Rats.
Rats.
Some crossed my mind before he said mosquitoes. I was like, that's way better guess.
Rats.
Wait, I feel see rats here in the winter.
They have a large rodent control program, so for over 70 years they've never had a rat.
Whoa.
So the New York rat catcher has got some.
Yeah.
But apparently, where there's a will, there's a way.
Truly.
Even the authoritarian rat czar.
It's martial law. Like we need
Yeah.
to starve out the entire population of everything, and then we'll have no rats.
That's incredible.
All right. Well, in current rat events, Saturday saw protests across the country as part of the No Kings movement. Which city was designated as the lead city for Saturday's events?
Good
Because
question.
DC is where the very expensive military birthday parade went down,
Right.
which had sad attendance. And then
Yeah.
there was a lot of attendance, like multiple rallies in LA. So I think LA might have it after the ICE.
Yeah,
I assumed that LA was like leading them, but I never.
that would make sense for it to be LA.
Yeah.
Something my brain wants to say Philadelphia, but I don't think it was.
It could just be like an uppity, like Cincinnati. Being
Yeah.
like, we got this, guys. Get ready.
Yeah.
We'll take this.
Yeah.
What in your mind? What do you think that means to be the lead city?
Yeah, I think maybe honestly where the organizer of No Kings is from, where like maybe do you know where the biggest speeches were held?
So what's weird about the decentralization of these things is I think like Indivisible and Women's March and all the things that kind of sprouted up after the last round of this stuff were the organizers. But that isn't to say, yeah, we decided to put the biggest stage with the biggest people and encourage everybody to fly out to this one for the optics or whatever. But if it was New York, I feel like I would have heard about it.
Probably.
And if it was Chicago, I was like, well, maybe that's like in conjunction with Pride or something.
Right. Yeah.
Like we're piggybacking on another event. But ultimately, it sounds like this was just like the Olympics or the World Cup that's about to come through and be like, we have 82 sites.
Right.
And, well, it's New York because this is where the finals are going down.
I feel like LA makes the most sense. Yeah.
I mean,
Houston.
this is
San
like
Antonio.
what you were saying at the top, right? Where like you feel like you don't know much about this question, like the
Right.
little that you do know might be the right answer.
Yeah.
That would like make me inclined to guess LA.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I like the Philadelphia guess too. No, I don't have a good guess.
I think LA is a fine
These
guess.
questions. Liz is kicking my ass this week.
Who made these questions?
Quiz Liz.
Quiz Liz.
It's our research director.
Oh, cool.
So we don't know.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
what she
Yeah,
said, we really don't know.
That's good.
She puts it in a little white text, and then I gotta go scroll over it, and I find out that the correct answer is Philadelphia. Yeah.
Wow.
We're getting that point. I don't know
Yeah?
why it's Philly, but yeah, you got that. We did that.
See,
There you go.
yeah. I think it's because I maybe read one line that it was that. You know, like like my brain was like Philly. My brain was just like it popped Philly.
Yeah.
And but I couldn't commit to it because I don't remember reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That is interesting. Damn. Cool. I feel good.
I think it's a good close to the regular questions for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
We now go into lightning round,
Okay.
in which your area of expertise, as dictated by maybe you, we try and see if you know your actual stuff.
All right. Let's try it.
So
Josh, I've asked you this before, but this section is this Liz as well, or is this you?
that's all it is. I tee
To
up.
Liz. Hey, to Liz.
Liz.
Thank you, Quiz Liz.
Happy moving. Well, the quiz there is where does Quiz live?
Quiz Liz
Quiz
lives.
lives in Boston. His moved to Boston.
Oh, Beantown. All right.
When you start seeing highly specific Boston trivia,
Yeah.
you know why.
Another cheers.
Answer every
Dropkick
time.
Murphys. Dropkick Murphys.
Yes, well, the topic will be music lyrics, and since we cannot afford to put them up and did not want to pay for the AI service of making fake songs,
Oh yeah.
we have some. I think they're throttled. They'll get a little harder, so we'll see.
Okay.
Name that tune. I'm giving you the lyrics. You give me the song. You can see these as well. Friday night, and the lights are low. Looking out for a place to go.
Is it Is it Friday by Carly Rae Jepsen?
It is not. But what if I say this as a terrible rap? Like Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go.
You do know this song.
You do know this.
Is it Black Eyed Peas?
It was also terrible rap, but no. The correct answer
Wait.
is
Can I give it to you one more time?
Yeah.
Friday night and the lights are low. Looking out for a place to go.
Usher.
Saturday
Wow.
night.
Dancing Queen by ABBA. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
You're
that
other
sounds
fan
right.
You are.
That sounds right.
Wow.
I said I was good at this. Okay.
It's been a long time. Been a long time. Been a long, lonely time. And now I'll read the lyrics.
Okay.
Just sharing. It's been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely time.
That sounds like Led Zeppelin. Which song?
Get that let out.
Immigrant song? I forget which one it is, but
Rock and roll.
rock
Which I
and
didn't
roll.
actually know was the name of the song.
I didn't
Yeah.
name either,
Yeah.
but I feel like
Yeah, you
wait,
get
wait,
that.
wait.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
Damn.
There's some Gigi.
Oh, believe me, if all those endearing young charms that I gaze on so fondly today were to suddenly leave you or fly in the night, just like fairy gifts gone in the sky.
No idea.
I just want to say, like, I know this song. I can't.
No,
for
I
the
don't
life of
recognize
me
it at
place
any
who
point.
this is.
Yeah.
No idea.
Oh, believe me, if all those endearing young charms that I gaze on so fondly today, if I gaze on so fondly today, were to suddenly leave you or in the fly in the night, just like fairy gift. I have no idea. You're never gonna get it.
No idea.
But then you'll get it.
What is it?
No, I can't place it.
Come on, Eileen.
Oh.
I was even trying to figure out
No, I don't know. I know that song.
just the bridge.
Right, like,
Yeah.
That's
That's.
looking at these words. I can't even place like where in the song this would be.
I think the verses go kind of fast, but I don't remember those lyrics. Damn.
Yeah.
But I like that.
We'll get it next round, or
Yeah.
maybe Quiz Liz won't only do songs before we were born. But that is the show, though, and we did pretty good.
Yeah.
I think all things considered, in
I agree.
grading on a curve, you just might find your way to the Tournament of Champions. Yeah. We'll see.
Wow. That's an honor.
I believe that we could have done well like an actual 3 minutes in it.
I think so. Between us three?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got the juice.
Yeah, we got the juice.
We're fueled with spotted cow. I mean, we've got to have a little luck on our side.
Ugh.
What is special about this, or is it just like?
It's liquid gold in that it was it's indie early microbrew before things got very microbrewery here in the U.S. And they just were offered by Miller and a lot of other people to be bought, and they're like, no, we're happy here, and we're just mom and popping it, and so they can only be sold in Wisconsin. And
They're the spirit of Wisconsin,
yeah.
I think, in a lot of ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
And even Bud Light gave up. They're owned by some Germans now.
And they're St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We lost them.
Yeah.
Dan, is there anything you'd like to plug?
I will plug the Light Phone.
Mhm.
I will plug my comedy show every fourth Friday, Pete's Candy Store
Great spot.
in Williamsburg.
Mhm.
Next one is June 27th. Come on down.
It's gonna be a banger.
Come on, Alain.
Yeah, come on, Eileen. And I've been doing some shows with Adam Pally. I don't know when the next one is,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, we've been. I'm his roadie.
Oh, you're palling around Pally on the road.
I will. In the show, I play roadie, but he does want to take it on tour, so I could. I help produce and direct it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, I want to see that.
yeah. I didn't promote it much because I was like, I don't know, it's really fucking good, but it was fun. It went
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Nice.
I guess that's the show.
Yeah.
Folks, we did it. Dan, thank you so much for being here.
It was an honor.
And thank you to you, the listener. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Don't leave any comments.
Leave comments.
Wherever you choose to pod.
And remember,
He hates when I say that.
question everything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you to come into trivia director quiz list.